What is up, home workout and bodyweight exercise fans? It's winter, the weather is getting colder, we're getting less sunlight, at least those of us who live on that part of the planet, know a lot of you are watching me from India, so you're perfectly fine. For those of us who actually though live in the place of this planet where it's actually getting more wintry, it's normal to experience some differences in our bodies, in our physiology, in our psychology. It's normal to feel a little bit more down sometimes during these big seasonal changes. It's normal to experience a lack of motivation. It's normal to feel a little bit grumpy. I've been definitely experiencing these changes on myself the last couple of weeks. And it's why I'm making this video today. I'll be sharing with you 3 tips on how to help you boost your mood naturally, but also some supplements you might consider and some mind hacks that I use to keep myself in line. So let's get started. Tip number 1 is short workouts. Now, one of the reasons that we experience a drop in our mood during this time of the year is a decrease in serotonin production, which is affected from the weather. So serotonin is basically a neurotransmitter in your body that helps a lot with boosting your mood. Now, what's another natural, really effective way to boost your mood and serotonin levels? That's exercise, which is kind of ironic because this is the time of the year that most of us would need exercise the most in order to boost our mood. And the reality is that because we're experiencing this lack of motivation due to the weather, we don't actually exercise when we need it the most. So a way to fix this is having some short workouts in your arsenal, because it's easier to get yourself motivated to get off the couch to train when you have to do just like a really short 15 to 20 minute workout in comparison when you have to do like a whole hour of training. So this is why I've been making these short workouts the last couple of weeks. I'll be including all these links in the blog post I wrote about today that's going to be popping above. Don't worry, it's going to also be there in the end of the video, and you can just go check out all the tips, the workout videos, the short workouts I'm mentioning. Moving on to tip number 2 is supplementing your diet with vitamin D3. So what happens, when during the winter, when we're getting less sunlight, our bodies produce less vitamin D3 because vitamin D3 is produced in a big amount due to the fact of sun reflecting on your skin and activating production of vitamin D3 in the fat below your skin. So 2 categories of people that should definitely consider this are people who live in really dark countries, such as me. I live in the Netherlands. It's super cloudy here a lot of the year, not only in the winter. But anyway, people who live in countries such as Sweden, Iceland, maybe up in Canada, should definitely consider supplementing their diets with vitamin D3. Another category of people that should consider this are people with more darker skin complexions, because dark skin is not that efficient at manipulating UV radiation to produce vitamin D3. So if you belong in one of these 2 or in both, definitely consider vitamin D3. It can help with your mood, but also with a whole bunch of other health related stuff. Moving on to tip number 3 are all those mind hacks and rituals. I've been mentioning this here. For example, what's one mind hack that I use a lot? That's the warm-up hack. So when you have to train, a lot of the times you're gonna feel overwhelmed because you're thinking, I have to do the warm-up to get up, to put my clothes, to do this and that, and do all the exercises. When you just break things down and you just focus on doing your warm-up, you'll see that the rest of the workout will be a lot easier. How many times have you been in a really bad mood to train, and you see that the moment you just get started a little bit, you get into that mood a lot easier. So I'll be including again a video about how to use this with more details, but try this next time that you feel a lack of motivation to train, just say to yourself, I'm just gonna warm up for 5 to 10 minutes. And if I don't feel it, I'm not gonna train at all. I'm just gonna skip the rest of the workout. And you'll see that 99.9% of times that you do this, once you get into that groove, once you warm up, the rest of the workout will be a piece of cake and you'll be super happy that you trained in the first time. So those were my 3 tips of the day. Check out the blog post where I'll include all the detailed links with each tip and some extra stuff. I'm also going to be releasing this month, I'll be giving my Amazon best-selling books for free. So to make sure that you don't lose on this, be sure that you subscribe to my newsletter. So go to my website again. If you clicked on that link and you've gone to the blog post, there should be like a bar above where you can subscribe. So the books will be available for free just for a couple of days. So make sure you don't miss out on that. What else? Another bonus tip that just came into my mind right now is be more social as well. Don't close yourself at home, or if you do, invite people at home. Go outside, meet new people. We're a social species. Even before we evolved into humans, we were already social. So if you see like a person in a bar or whatever with that gives you like a good vibe, say hello and see what happens. It's amazing a lot of times when you just open up to people with like a good just having like a smile on your face, some good energy, and saying hello can lead to really fun stuff. So those were my tips for today. I hope you liked this video. Leave me some comments below, and until next time, keep on